Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, we want to start with some Star Wars news and updates, and I think the first thing we want to talk about is the Kenobi trailer that just released for today. You know, obviously special occasion. Usually there's big drops that happen, announcements, and we get the next trailer. And I haven't seen it, and I know Greg hasn't seen it, but Zach has. So he gets to watch us react as we kind of watch it going on here. So I will try to get this going. I should have it pulled up. And then I'll share my screen. I just got to find the right one. All right, here we go. Share my screen. All right, let me know when you guys can see it.
Got it.
We've got it.
All right, and I clicked to share sound this time, so you should be able to hear it this time, and you won't be left in the dark. All right,
Proud of you.
I'm learning. All right, here we go. All right, I love the music already.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming.
Now he's walking the other way. Oh,
Stay hidden, or we will not survive.
Luke.
Leave us alone,
When the time comes, he must be trained.
like you trained his father.
Ooh, they're getting hostile already.
You still want Kenobi. He's gone.
Maybe you've been looking in the wrong places. I
Six-part
want every
event.
lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him.
Oh, it's a Brock.
You can't run, Obi-Wan! You can't escape him!
Is that who I think it is? Yeah. That was awesome.
All
Right.
right.
Play it again. Play it again.
But you want to go through it one more time? We can go through it one more time. It's up to you, Greg.
It's a
I'm doing it
minute
one
and a
more
half.
time.
Play it again. It's a minute and a half.
Yeah. Not opposed to it.
They're coming.
I love the
Stay
Inquisitors.
hidden,
I think it's fine the way he looks.
or we will not survive.
Leave us alone,
When the time comes, he must be trained.
Uncle Owen.
like you trained his father.
Yeah.
You still want Kenobi. He's gone.
Are those the Inquisitors being shot at, or?
I don't know.
I want every lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him. You can't run, Obi-Wan! You can't escape him!
That's got to be like when he first encounters him, right? Or something.
That's a great line though that she hits with. You can't escape him.
What was that?
Huh? When when he's leaving, they have like the ship going,
Yeah.
and she stands. She yells, "You can't escape him."
Yeah. So is she? You think
Yeah.
she's talking? That's
She's
got to be
talking
the
to Vader.
Obi-Wan, right?
It's got well, yeah. She's talking to she's yelling at Obi-Wan, and it's got to be about Vader.
Who do you? Who
I think
is?
so. So there was a quote Ewan, they asked Ewan about the show, and he did say the first time he saw Vader on set, he came from behind him and like legitimately scared the crap out of him. Because he was like, "Oh my God, Darth Vader like Darth Vader is coming towards me in a very menacing way. So he has talked about that to the media. So I'm hoping there's some cool, like,
That's got to be like at this
reveal
point,
like
right?
that. Yeah, like maybe he comes from behind. That would be amazing.
I mean, because he has no idea Anakin is Darth Vader, right? At this point.
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so. So
And that would play into him when he's with Luke saying that Darth Vader destroyed. Well, but he knows he's Darth Vader, right? He just doesn't know that. Well, I don't know. What do you think, Zach?
He knows. No, I don't think he knows at this point that like Anakin is Darth Vader. I think so, which would explain why this encounter will happen, because then he will find out, okay, Anakin is Darth Vader. He's more machine now than man.
Yeah.
Just an
Okay.
evil. So
Yeah.
like all those lines make sense, like make even more sense. Because at like Revenge of the Sith, I don't know if he knows that Anakin's Sith name is Darth Vader
Okay.
at that point, because I think Sidious gives that to Anakin. I take that back. No, there is a scene in Revenge of the Sith where you see a hollow, like you see Obi-Wan and Yoda watching a hollow.
Yeah. And I was just trying to remember the name Darth Vader got
Vader,
thrown out
do
there.
what must be done. Or you see Vader or Anakin kneeling before the Emperor. So he does know that Darth Vader is Anakin.
Okay. And do you think this guy is like another Jedi? Is this the guy that they catch and that she like?
So that's Kumail Nanjiani. So he's wearing Jedi garb.
So he's got to be a Jedi that gets encountered at some point. Or, well, this could just be there making you feel that way. No, that's not his hand, because this was the scene or clip that followed showing him. This is obviously like
That looks like an Inquisitor.
yeah, like an Inquisitor. And that's like probably that droid thing, right? Or is that a explosive device? Who knows? Speaking of droid, who is that droid that we see shooting?
It looks like we got a shot of Forlom. It looks like or a droid type that's like Forlom.
Right. The one that was shooting at him?
Yeah.
Well, let's go to here for no. Yeah, we don't know much about that girl on the left yet.
Mm-mm.
That Inquisitor. There.
There, right there.
Now I lost him. There.
It looks like Forlom,
Okay.
which would be a nice callback to the OT.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love this scene. That looks pretty bad, eh? All right.
The whole
So Zach-
thing looked pretty bad, eh?
Right? All right, let me unshare my screen right here.
So this has got to be before Fallen Order, right? You would think.
Trying to well, yeah.
Well,
It's definitely before
no.
Fallen Order and before Rebels.
Before Rebels. And Fallen, I don't know when Fallen Order falls. I know this is like
Well-
10 years after Revenge, right?
well, yeah, but
Yeah.
you got to figure Fallen Order. I mean, that one, like there's a scene in the game that Cal Kestis was going through Order 66.
That's true.
So,
So
I'm
yeah,
just trying to, because the Grand Inquisitor is not in Fallen Order.
no.
Because you
It's
have
the
different. You have like Ninth Sister and
Ninth
another
Sister.
character.
And is it the fifth sister? No. Who's the main
Thanks.
one? The ninth sister is the big one,
the
right?
second sister.
Maybe that's who it
Second
is.
sister.
Second sister is the main one that we encounter in that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then like Fifth Brother.
Yeah, maybe this is. If this was after it, you wouldn't see the second sister, but if it was before, that would be cool if you get a cameo of her in it.
Yeah, so maybe
I
that's
think-
that. I was asking that question because maybe that's that girl on the side.
Could have been, yeah. Or it's going to be like right around. It's either taking place right at the same time, or possibly slightly before Cal
Yeah.
Kestis and Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think, like with the Inquisitors, if one dies, do they fill in another person within the like rank? Is it like, like Rogue or Red 5, how that pilot died and then Luke comes and becomes Red 5? If you're like second sister and then second sister dies, does a new second sister get filled in, or does it like add a new number at the end of the list? Do we know anything about that?
I think it adds a new number at the end of the list, my sense.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, everyone just moves up, like third became second, and just
Yeah, or
all the way up.
something.
I don't know. Yeah,
Because I haven't really come across that in any comics or any material. All I know is whenever I see a new Inquisitor, it's just a new number that gets presented. So cool. Any final thoughts on the Kenobi trailer? We're getting there. Only
3 weeks.
3 weeks
3
away.
weeks away.
Which, if they're gonna drop trailers like that for every week until for the next 3 weeks,
So be it.
thank you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh darn.
Yeah, shucks.
I think I'm more excited for this show than Mandalorian,
I am.
Yes.
like by far.
Because I mean, we've talked about this before, but this almost feels more like a movie to me in terms of like the quality of it and what we're being presented. It feels like a movie being cut up in 6 different episodes.
Hmm.
Yeah, like they were shooting a movie, they got done, and they looked at it going, we got 6.5 hours worth of content here. How are we going to cut this to 2.5?
Yeah.
You know what? Forget it. Let's just chop it up into 45-minute or hour-long episodes, and people will buy it. And they're
Yeah.
right. They are right.
Yeah, and we were talking last week, Zach, that it was kind of left open for a season 2, and Deborah Chow was asked kind of about it, and she didn't say no to it. So
Ewan
she just
he
said
wants
that it
to
was
do
like
a second season.
Yeah, she just said that this season is just a complete story. She's not shutting the door on a second season, and if there was further, material, it'd be its own story as well. So, I mean, if they're debating on that based off of like the performance of the show, you have to believe this show is going to do well. It's going to get the reviews and everything. So, I mean, I hope there's a second season. Do you think there's a good chance that there would be?
I would think so. I would think though that it would have to be like they can't do this show forever. Like
No.
I would think at max it's probably 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Because like this, you just have such a tight window for storytelling, and you also know where the characters end up. So there's probably not a ton you can do. Like I feel like they're gonna use Vader this season, which I think you have to. All the fans want to see that.
Yeah.
Well, and it just adds context to episode 4. But I don't think you can't have another Vader Obi-Wan battle after this season. So it would have to be like something different, or I don't know. It would be. We'll see what. Maybe once we see the show, we could maybe
Assess that better.
A season 2 would entail.
Well, and I wouldn't put it behind him to going.
Would it consist of?
Right. And I wouldn't put it behind him to like going earlier into maybe like the Clone Wars, or, maybe that's a way that you can bring back Mace Windu and stuff. And you can do de-aging and, Plo Koon and live action and stuff like that. So with technology, they can do anything now. So I wouldn't put it behind them going in different directions for, further Kenobi series material.